We have another young Indian with us today, part of the Voice of the Young segment. Um, Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Today we have with us Himank Aggarwal. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Himank.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Himank Aggarwal. I've done my bachelor's from Sri Guru Gobind Singh College of Commerce, University of Delhi, in economics, and currently I'm pursuing my master's in economics from ISI Kolkata. I've been born and brought up in Delhi, and since I have now been, I'm adjusting to the Kolkata, so it's been a very good and a fruitful journey so far.
Well, getting into ISI is one of the hardest things that people can do. So it's congratulations, because getting in is not easy at all. I know it. So, and it's a tough place because
Thank you,
everybody around you is very good. So
sir. Definitely, sir.
congratulations. Yeah. Okay, but let's
Thank you,
continue.
sir. Sir, as you said that it's a tough place, I would like to add one of the comments that definitely it's a tough place, and around you you will have a wide variety of people who are focusing on different things, and you won't have time to like gossip and waste your time. You really have some productive people around you talking about different topics which is going out in India and how to progress your career, the people who want to go into the corporate world and the people who want to just go for the PhD. So you can really pick up your crowd from like where you want to, what crowd you want to be associated with, and from what. So it really like puts a perspective in your mind. Like if you want to go into the corporate, so there are many seniors and many juniors who are preparing for the interviews and every stuff. They would really guide you and help you in every way possible. And if you want to go into the PhD, then definitely there are good professors out there. You can contact to them, and there are also many seniors and many JRF, junior research fellows, who are doing their PhD from ISI Kolkata. So you can really contact to them, ask them about what are the perks of getting into the PhD and why should I go for the PhD and other stuff. But since for me, I'm really confused between should I go for the PhD or should I go for the corporate, and I feel I have made my mind to go for the corporate first for the first few years and then think about PhD later. So really, it helps me a lot while getting to talk to the seniors who have been placed and who are preparing for the placement. They really tell you about some great resources, what to follow and what to not, and it really gives you an environment to evolve. Like I am in currently the holidays are going on, and I am in New Delhi right now. So I feel from the day I have came to the Delhi, I have not studied as much as I have studied in my hostel room. So it really gives you an environment to like give you the best. It really takes the best out of from you in that room. Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, it's a great place, that everybody knows that. So let's continue.
And sir, so sir, I should just talk about myself, like how the.
Sure. Yeah, talk about your college days, school days, whatever you want to talk about.
Yes, sir. So sir, during my college, like when I was doing my undergrad, I was really very confused that should I go for economics honors or should I go for CA? Since these were I got 96 percentage in my class 12. So I was really confused about these two choices. So should I go for the accounting thing or should I go for the economics? Since I belong from commerce with mathematics background. So it really was a very tough decision for me to think about what I wanted to do. Since my father is also an economics teacher, so he really put the perspective like if you go to the economics, you will be dealing with these things, and if you go to the like CA, you would be dealing with these things. So I really feel that my father really helped me building up the perspective to take bachelor's during my economics. And also I talked to many seniors about what should I do like after my class 12. So they really also helped me like you should go for the economics because I feel my mathematics was good and I wanted to pursue a career where I would be able to apply the mathematics in some like field. Since I was from the commerce background, I thought economics is the best option to apply the mathematics, which I love, to some practical knowledge. So that's how I ended up choosing economics during my undergrad time. And to be honest, I really had a great time with economics during undergrad. I was from a COVID batch, so at that point of time, the classrooms were like evolving from physical to the digital mode, and it was really a very transitional time. I could say that the notes were digital, and so you have to focus upon what's being done in the class. Since the exams were open book exams, so it was really open ended. Like you, if you really wanted to focus on the studies, you can, and if you really want to focus on other things, like if you want to write or read something and do focus on the other of your hobbies, you can. So to be honest, I felt I wasted quite a lot of time during my COVID time, and I was focusing on my other personal hobbies like starting a YouTube channel and blogging and everything. But that really didn't went good for me. And after that, I realized I wanted to pursue masters in economics. So that's when, from the last year, I started preparing for masters. And to be honest, the journey was very difficult, quite difficult. I was not very prepared of what I'm getting into at that time, I could say, because I know I love economics and mathematics, but I don't know that it would be that much tough to get into a good college. And to be honest, when I started my preparation, I wanted to get into DSC, IGIDR, or ISI. That was my goal. Since I know that these three were the premium institutes in India, and if you want to pursue your masters and really want to have your career in corporate, either in corporate or in PhD, you have to go there. So once when I started doing my preparations in masters, I realized that it was difficult, especially the mathematics, which I love the most, was truly really difficult, and I was having a quite a difficult time with it.
Hmm.
But sir, what I learned during my journey was things that you love the most, anything, and like everything that you are doing. Sometimes on days would come that it would become difficult to do that also.
Yeah.
So on those days, you don't have to quit. You just have to remind yourself that why you get in there and why do you want to do that, and keep the goal in back of your mind. Always when you are feeling demotivated, think about why you started at the first time, right? So to all the fellows who are thinking to get into masters and do masters, I know the journey is tough, and you need to like really remind yourself why you started the preparation at the first go. So this was about my master's journey, and then I'm really enjoying my. And now, since I'm in ISI Kolkata, I'm really enjoying my time. I'm learning few languages here, and Python I'm learning, and C I'm learning as in my course. SQL I'm learning. So I feel these after you get into masters, you need to just widen your prospects into the computer world, because even if you go for corporates or even if you go for your PhD, you really need to have the knowledge of the software, because these days the PhD also requires a lot of statistical inference and everything when you write a research paper. And now you can't do that on paper, do the hypothesis testing or
Mhm.
regression on paper. There are wide chunks of data that you have to deal with, and for that, I feel one needs to have a good record. One needs to have a good learning of the any language, any coding language.
Yeah.
So right now, currently, I'm learning these languages, and same sir, life is tough. Even when you get into ISI, you can't be complacent. I'm in ISI, I can do wonder of things and everything. So you life is tough right now also. You have to learn the new languages and apply them in the statistics. So it is difficult to apply these things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's but you reap the advantages at the end when you have become fully productive. So it helps a
Sure,
lot.
sir.
Yeah. So it's not like a wasted labor.
No, sir. No,
Yeah.
definitely, sir. The result you get is always in the end. The
Yeah.
like every person who see you, the tag you are in, the brand you are in, and the that you are doing, they just see the name. They don't see the labor hours that you are putting upon it. And
Mm.
so sometimes, like when you are in the process, I feel it becomes really difficult to be in that process, to do the work, same work, mundane work every day. But you just need to remind yourself that why you started and trust the process.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, but tell us about your college days. What kind of things you did apart from the courses?
Definitely, sir. Sir, during my first year in my grad, so I was very I don't know what to do during my college. So I was not very sure that I wanted to just go in the degree stuff like study or just go to the co-curriculum stuff. So during my first year, I just used to attend the classes and came to home and just enjoy and chill. Like I became a very like a kind of person who was really want to be in his shell and don't want to try and experiment new things. To be honest, during my second sem, I decided that things are not going good for me and it is not working, and there's a need for change. So, sir, I decided to like start some of my YouTube channel. I was like, I love gaming, so I thought maybe a gaming channel would help me. And since it's college days, it would really give me like it could act as a like a career. Since a YouTube channel takes years to grow, so I feel maybe in 3 years I would have a great gaming channel, and I won't have need to study, and I would be like I would be doing the thing that I love the most. So, but that didn't work out for me, sadly.
Okay. What kind of games are you playing?
Sir, to be honest, I bought a laptop during COVID, and I was playing like every big game, FIFA. I used to play FIFA 20. Then I switched back to like Sony PlayStation games. Spider-Man I played. Then I played Uncharted, Naughty Dog's Last of Us. So these were the few games which I played, and I thought of streaming them. But streaming the games are really very difficult task. I tried doing them, but I failed terribly. So then I realized it's not everyone's cup of tea. The people who are streaming the games on the internet and YouTube, it's a very difficult task. They are like their duty is to like enjoy you, and they are doing really well if they are able to like enjoy.
Yeah, I know nothing about this. So, but I see young people attached to those PlayStations for hours on end. It's very addictive.
Um, Sir, I feel it's you can say it's addictive, but my viewpoint on it is like earlier we used to have TV, right? So people used to watch the shows. Like every day a show would come from 9 to 10 or maybe from 10 to 11. So they have a story. Right now, the games which are coming on PlayStations are just like a story.
Okay.
Plus, given that you can like control the story in the mode you want.
Yeah.
It's not just like a game which earlier like people used to think it's just a game. It's now becoming a part of the story. There would be like games coming on story mode, single player story mode game where you play as a person and you navigate the story, entire story. Your choices, your like the places where you are going, the choices you are making really have an impact on the world. So it really gives you a wider scope on the form of entertainment you are like consuming.
Okay. So you have to use your brain a little bit.
Sure, sir. Your
Mhm.
brain really needs to be open at the time of gaming, and it really helps you to like make hand-eye coordination good, and then also like helping you to refresh, helping you to get refreshed for studies.
So is this
Well, that's how it works for me.
are they strategy games or they are just war or there's a strategy in the battles?
No, no, sir. There are many strategy games. Like you really have to think out of the box, like how to approach this level, how to like uh, steal this car, or maybe how to like just go there and have XYZ thing task which
Yeah.
you are given.
Yeah.
The game is navigating on that. Like if you fail that thing, there would be consequences, and if you like pass that thing, then the story would be difficult or different.
Yeah.
So it really is just the type of series that is going on.
Okay. So based on all this, what are the tips you have for your juniors?
About gaming or sir,
About
about studies.
anything in life that you feel that you wish you had known, but now you know and you want to tell young people from your own
Yes, sir.
experience, right?
Sir, I feel life is also like a game. Like you will miss some shot and you will hit some shots, but never focus on the missed shots and never get too happy on the hit shots.
Okay.
Always be on the ground. Always be on the ground. Some days you will have bad days and some days you will have some great days. But what makes a person big and what makes a person big is like how easy he can deal with the success and how like easy he can deal with the failures.
I
So
think that's
I
a
feel,
very good thought. You have to deal
sir,
with both.
yes, sir, definitely you have to deal with both. Sometimes there would be days when you will be failing and you don't want to get too much upset about those days, and you don't also want to get too happy about the days you are winning. So it really, I feel it's a good mindset to like win at life.
Okay. And where did you pick this up from? Or you created it yourself?
I picked it up from one of the games I played.
Very good. Excellent. The wisdom is in the games now. You don't have to go to
Definitely, sir.
you don't have to go to Guruji. The Guruji is in the game. Wonderful. Okay, that's great. Anything else you want to add here, Himank?
Sir, one more thing which I would like to talk about my journey. Like during last year, I was preparing for the master, and I took a gap of 1 year, deciding that I would be giving entire time to the studies, and definitely would. I had a confidence upon myself that I would go into some good college if I study seriously. But sir, I feel life doesn't go as you planned. So last year, what happened is I was lifting the weights in gym, and I did some poor lifting, and I broke my back during that process. Yes, sir. So what happened is I had a disc. I don't know what is that. Some uh, disc eruption or something in my L5S1. So it was a very tough and a dark time for me to like be at my home and just uh, laying valiantly on the bed and thinking about my future. But sir, as just I said, that there would be some really dark days, and if I want to give advice to everyone who is like taking a gap year for their master's preparation, you are on the rock bottom. I get your point that you are at the rock bottom since you have taken a gap year for studies, but things would be good, definitely good if you like be if you are consistent. Things would definitely turn out good. So what happened for me was that last year I was very in the dark state of mind. I was not able to focus on the studies, and also at the same time I was like lying on the bed on my gap year. So I really thought that what if I wasted 1 more year just on my recovery, and what if I was not able to convert a good college? What would happen to my future? So I feel, sir, every like these things are just in your head. You need to like think out the way out from the position you are in. So what I did was during that time was I used to lay on the bed and just listen to the classes which was going on during on my tuition, then watch it repeatedly for 2 to 3 times. And after like 2 to 3 months, when I was able to like sit and study again, I was revising them like very like I was doing them every day for 9 hours straight. So
Wow. Wow.
make so I would like to like add one thing here that even if you are in gap year, it is nothing like that you won't be able to do, and you should be like thanking God for giving you the opportunity to study in that
Yeah.
gap year also. So if you study well and if you focus upon the right things during your gap year, definitely you would be able to crack a good college. And
Yeah.
that's not just an advice for a college, it's an advice for a life that if you focus on something and do trust the process that you are doing, then definitely chances are that you would pass in that exam or that stage of life.
Well, you are the third person I've interviewed who's taken a gap year, and two of them got into DSC and you got into ISI. So there's a third success story. Of course, the problem is that this is a non-representative sample. I don't get to see the people who failed after the gap year. So be cautious, when you listen to the success of some people. The problem is we don't have a random sample. We have a sample of the successful people. So there
Yes,
are
sir.
some people who succeed, but those who didn't succeed, they are not here on my channel, or even if they are here, they won't say it. So be careful that success is not. But gap year is a difficult issue for everybody,
Yes,
and
sir.
you have to think hard why you want to do it, and you have to also think what happens if it fails.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Definitely, sir. Whenever you're taking the gap year, you should always have a backup plan. Like, what if it fails?
yeah,
And you should also have the belief in the first thought that you would succeed.
yeah.
Because if you are looking for the backup in the first place, then you are not preparing well, or you are just looking for the excuses. That's what I feel. Like that's
Yeah,
my
this is
personal.
also true. If you're going to try it, then you have to try it with full faith. Otherwise, you will always be looking for plan B.
Yes, sir. Either go in all in or just go all out. There's no in between.
All right. Well, thank you, Himank. Anything else you want to add?
Sir, I feel that really really summed up my story, and I really want my juniors to like perform well in their.
Okay, well, all right. Maybe we'll catch up with you in 1 year to see how you are doing in ISI and whether
Yes,
you
sir.
want to go for a PhD or a corporate. Maybe we'll find that out. For the
Sure,
moment,
sir.
let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Bye till then. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, sir.